welcome to my channel. It's been a little while, but that's okay. I wanted to go over the books that I read this month that are from my personal library. I've been on a book buying ban. Ugh. So I've been reading what I have at home. So I'll start with what I read first. The Summer That Melted Everything by Tiffany McDaniel. This book is about a lawyer in town that invited the devil, and the devil showed up, but he didn't look like what people expected him to look like. Kind of based on a true story. There was a heat wave in Ohio and in the Midwest in the early 1900s, and so this is about that, and then there's lots of stuff that goes on in the town, and it's a really, really interesting story. It took a little while for me to get into it, but once I got into it, smooth sailing. But it made you think. It made me think a lot about race, about people, and about me. So this was a really good book. If you haven't read anything by her, she wrote Betty, which is actually based on her mom. This was a great read. I really enjoyed it. The next, I read Happy Place. I did buy this because it was beautiful and pink, and the story was really good. This was the second Emily Henry book I think I've read, and I enjoyed it. I got into it right away. Only thing I don't like is the miscommunication trope, because, I mean, obviously it's fiction, the whole story wouldn't exist had they communicated, but it was a really good story, great love story, very much Emily Henry-esque. But yeah, this is, it was a fun read, and I did enjoy it, even though there were parts that I didn't enjoy. But yeah, I just keep rambling on. Okay, next I read The Yellow House. I've been wanting to read this one for a long time. So this is about the life of Sara Broom, and she grew up in New Orleans in the Ninth Ward. It's about growing up in New Orleans, in that area, in poverty in that time, and also going through Hurricane Katrina. It was very, very interesting to me as someone that watched Hurricane Katrina's aftermath on TV as a child. So yeah, this was a really great read, very intense. Again, it took me a little while to read. I think it was like a week, 2 weeks to get through, but it was still so good. So good. I'm glad I picked this one up. Next, I read Forward by Amy Wambach. Her wife is Glennon Doyle, and she wrote Untamed. And it kind of tells her story, and I was more interested in reading more about Abby. I liked her story about coming out and everything like that. For me, it was a little soccer heavy, and I know this sounds really contradictory because it is she is like a soccer gold medalist, but she talks a lot about like play-by-plays in soccer, so it kind of threw me off towards the end of it. I kind of had to skip a little one of those play-by-plays, but there was a point to what she was writing, of course, and I still did really enjoy the book. So, great biography. I believe next I read Dawn and Dusted. This was for a book club, and honestly, to start, I wasn't too enthused to read it, but once I got into it, it had a hold on me. The story was super cute, and I love how sweet the couple is. I love how helpful Luke is. It was such a sweet read, and now I'm just stuck on the series. I ordered the second book. So, and I'm really interested in the story of her best friend and her brother, because you can tell in the story that there's going to be another story with them, and I think it's like the third or fourth one coming out. But yeah, I'm super excited. This one was a really good book. If you need something to get you out of a book slump, this is your book. Next, I finished up one that I had on my DNF shelf, The Friend Zone by Abby Jimenez. I read like the first couple chapters of it, and at the time I wasn't really feeling it, so I decided, stick it on the shelf. and I needed a little something to read, so I picked this back up and I was hooked. It was so good. Love the story. There's infertility in here, there's some hard topics, but Abby Jimenez just tells the story so well. I've read the other series, I've read all of that, and I loved all of them as well. So I knew I would like this one eventually when I got into it. But if you're looking for an easy read and just a nice series, yeah, these two. But yeah, this is really, really, really good. I enjoyed it. And last but not least this month, the next one that I read was My Husband's Affair. I've been into Frida McFadden's book, but I wanted to try something different, and this is very interesting. I love the story and the psychological thriller part. The ending just seemed kind of meh to me. That's just me. If you enjoyed the book, it has nothing to do with you. It was a good quick read though, once I started it. That's all I read from my personal library this month, and I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you grab onto some of these books. I'm going to be making more videos about what I read next month and the coming months, and I have a ton more. So thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button and please hit subscribe. I would be grateful. Thank you very much, and you have a great day. Bye.